So we've seen how the OnePlus 7 Pro compares to the 6T in daylight in our last video. But what about the lowlight performance? Is it any better? Find out next. And here we are again with a new video, the comparison between the OnePlus 7 Pro and the OnePlus 6T. This is front-facing video, 1080p at 30 frames per second. The 7 Pro is on my right and the 6T is on my left. Keep in mind that the 7 Pro and the 7 have the exact same front-facing camera, so what you get with the 7 Pro is exactly what you get with the OnePlus 7. Let me know what you think. And now we have 1080p at 30 frames per second. I am keeping in the order, on the right the 7 Pro and on my left the OnePlus 6T. I will check out stabilization as soon as I get home. Both phones look pretty much identical to me. Maybe the 6T is a bit more stable, but I don't know that for sure. Well, for lowlight video, things remain almost the same, with a minor improvement for the 7 Pro. It is obvious to see that the OnePlus managed to improve their noise reduction algorithm, as the video in very low light are full of noise on the 6T. The 7 Pro footage is cleaner, with slightly better white balance, and at least for the back camera it seems it has even better stabilization. Still, the OnePlus 6T seems to have a better audio quality to my ears. All in all, there are some improvements here and there, but nothing major. Selfies in low light are also better with the 7 Pro. They have better dynamic range, with better exposed shadows, slightly less noise, and much improved white balance. Overall, I think that the selfie camera is a good step up over the previous OnePlus flagship from the last year. But what about the back camera photos? First of all, OnePlus 7 Pro brings the much loved ultra wide angle lens, but in low light, its photo quality pretty much falls apart. Photos are softer and the white balance is not as accurate as with the main camera. Speaking of the main camera, the night mode of the 7 Pro sees some major improvements over the 6T, with better and more accurate colors, better contrast and overall a much more realistic photo. When shooting low-light photos with a night mode option, the two phones perform pretty similar. But still, in this photo for example, the 6T manages to outperform the 7 Pro in detail rendition, even at the cost of some added noise. In other cases, like this one, the 7 Pro manages to deliver a better photo, with better dynamic range, sharper textures and slightly less noise. As you can see, neither phone is very consistent, each one managing to be better or worse than the other. But that's really nitpicking for details. As an overall conclusion, both phones are pretty equal with the main camera in low light scenarios, and that really isn't a very good news for the OnePlus 7 Pro, as the 6T camera was not known for its best low light performance. So what did we learn from these two videos comparing the 6T with the 7 Pro? If you want to upgrade your OnePlus 6T to the 7 Pro, don't expect to gain much of an improvement in the camera department. In some ways, the 60 is even better. On that note, we'll test the 7 Pro camera with the Google Camera APK in our next video to see if it can deliver better photos in low light and daylight. This is Pixel Peepers signing out.